Hey guys, CJ here and welcome to an all-new Hybrid News Now, where we bring you up to speed on all the goings-on around the comic book world. Our top story comes to us straight from the mouth of Matt Murdock himself, and poses an interesting question about the future of Marvel's Netflix properties in the MCU. Now, ever since Marvel announced the Netflix shows and the culmination superhero team-up Defenders show, people have assumed that the heroes of Hell's Kitchen would be joining the rest of the Marvel Universe in the fight against Thanos. Well, that still may be in the cards. Charlie Cox's recent comments have raised another issue from the Netflix characters joining the rest of the Marvel Universe. Simply put, Cox believes that there's a chance that there may be another actor in the Daredevil suit in the third Avengers outing. And let's take a look at his quote. "Marvel TV and Marvel Studios are two very different things, so even if the character were to appear in that film, that doesn't necessarily mean that I would appear in that film. I will pick a fight with the guy that they choose." Cox later went on to reiterate the fact that getting the call to be in Avengers would be the dream, but that he hasn't gotten that call yet. And even though this is being raised as a speculative road bump to these Netflix characters joining the rest of the MCU and Infinity War, personally, I think fans of Daredevil have nothing to worry about, as I doubt they'd recast after the rave reviews of what Charlie Cox did in the first season of Daredevil. And honestly, we've seen this before, as Heroic Hollywood noted, which I'm going to, retell here. Dominic Cooper made the transition from film to TV when he reprised his role from the first Avenger as Howard Stark in Agent Carter, so it's already been done before. Why can't it happen again? Regardless, that's a story we'll be following with interest here at the Hybrid Network, and we'll keep you up to date on that too as things happen. In our second story of the day, a new report might have just revealed who Cate Blanchett will be playing in Thor Ragnarok. While we've known for some time that she's going to be playing a villain, thanks to some comments made by Mark Ruffalo, we didn't know which villain she was going to be playing in this Thor threequel. But if this report from Geek.com is to be believed, she won't be playing the Enchantress, which many fans are hoping she'll play. Instead, they report that Blanchett is going to be playing Hela, ruler of Hell and the realm of Niflheim. Let's take a look at the quote. "In Thor Ragnarok, Hela and Loki will have set their plan well in motion by the time Thor gets wise to what's going on. Hela ends up creating the incident to Thor's journey in the film." Now, Hela would be an interesting character for the MCU to add, specifically as it relates to the Thor movies in general. In the comic books, she's actually the daughter of Loki, but not the Loki of that universe, rather a previous incarnation that died in a previous Ragnarok. In the comics, she's also worked with Loki to try and bring about Ragnarok before. Also, in Norse mythology, Hel and Niflheim are very closely connected and really kind of overlapping, so if I can speculate, I think Marvel will just go ahead and combine the two into one and call it Niflheim. Niflheim is also very closely connected to Muspelheim, which is the home of the fire demon Surtur, who is very, very involved in the comics version of Ragnarok. But the report goes further still. Let's take a look at the second half of this quote. "According to our sources, when Thor confronts Hela, things do not go well. Not only does she banish Thor from Asgard, but she destroys Mjolnir." Now, all of this kind of culminates and contributes to a widely held theory, one that I endorse, that states that if Blanchett is playing Hela, she might actually just replace the incarnation of death that Thanos is trying to get with in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. And if that second quote is to be believed, it seems like she'll be a worthy companion. And in our last story of the day, we've finally gotten our first look at Megalyn Achikwanwoke as the live-action Vixen, coming to Arrow later next month. Of course, Megalyn had previously voiced Vixen for the limited-run animated series on CWC, which you can check out at the link below. Many praised Achikwanwoke's performance, and I highly recommend you check it out if you want to watch it at that link that I mentioned before. Really, the first season is only 31 minutes long. As Vixen's already been picked up for a season 2, it'll be really interesting to see how our character bounces back and forth between live action and animated. It's something that I'm going to be very interested in following personally. Anyways, it's good to see Achikwanwoke getting the live action treatment again, and if you want to check her out on your TV screen, she's going to be coming to Arrow in episode 15 of this season 4, which we don't have a set date for yet, but should be coming sometime in February. So that about wraps it up for the news today. Let me know your thoughts on all of the stories today in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more news videos daily. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.